Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's July 12th, 2025 out here. The workshop site is still here. Yesterday I worked over here removing the sod that was in this area, the bulk of it anyways. There's still some right around the edge of the block wall. When you get heavy pieces of equipment, you don't want to get them too close to your retaining walls. The vibration, and believe me, that soil conditioner really pounds the ground pretty heavy. So you want to be real careful. So I'm going to use Elon, the excavator, to come over and tease some of this out, but that may not be the best way. And there's power out to the whole pond area here as well. But I think what I'll probably end up doing is I may use the small torch just to ignite some of the light stuff around the edges here. Use Mini-Me and the Ego cultivator to get up in here and knock some more of this stuff out. Like you could see, the bindweed is just all over my globosus here. But this worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with what the soil conditioner did here. I did take some of this because it was mounded some. Eventually I'll have concrete slabs, flags right out, aprons coming out from the building. And I worked over here some yesterday as well, knocking down. Well, I took a lot of the sod material that was in this section and brought it around, just smoothing things out because it was rather lumpy and bumpy. When we put in the ponds at different times, I never completely finish graded it the way that I want it to be. And now we got all this low-hanging branches that I've got lots of pruning to do. But the soil conditioner really, kicks up a lot of rocks. You could see some of the rocks around in here, but this is all soil that I've been building up over time. And I knocked down some of the higher mound. There was a bit of a mound here and it was low there. So I want it so that it's easy to drive, because I'll have the off-road diesel tank back here again after the building is rebuilt. And that's important for ease of working back here. And I'll probably have a washing station here as well to try and take good care of the equipment. I'll have one out back for the real muddy stuff. But a lot of the equipment, I just want to give it a quick cleaning before bringing it in and doing the maintenance and all. But yeah, I think I'm going to end. This is all going to turn to mud. This afternoon, we're going to get some rain, I think. They're calling for a little bit of rain this morning, but looking at the Doppler, it doesn't look bad right now. But I'll call John and probably get 2 loads, bank run gravel, smooth it out in here. I'd love to be able to call him. I'll call him probably pretty soon anyways. But you just have to have a decent area, because I need access for the equipment to get up in there and set the trusses, set the walls, all of that. I'm still not certain how things are going to work out with the construction, whether our Amish gentleman will be able to fit me in, or if I'm going to end up doing this. But no matter what, I want to have room. I want to have places to stage all of the building materials, because we have the common trusses that are going up the center. Those are 34-foot wide. Then we have 16-foot plus 2-foot overhang, 18-foot wide trusses that go on either side of where the common trusses are. And there's multiple walls that go up in there. So there'll be 2x6 walls. So the outer wall here will be a 10-foot tall 2x6 wall here. Then we'll have if you look down here, At 16 feet from that side, there'll be a 2x6 wall that's 10 foot here, and just on the inside of that, there'll be a 16-foot tall 2x6 wall. So there'll be two 2x6 walls touching each other here. One to support the main trusses for the central part, that'll be 16-foot high clearance, and the 10-footers on either side of this will support the mono trusses for the 10-foot tall area. So the central area will be 34 feet. Just trying to get it back to where we were. And instead of there being large posts or pillars, the way we had it before, to support laminated beams for the trusses, we're going to actually put walls here, double walls. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walls here, all 2x6. So this will mirror the other side as well. So we got trusses and various building materials, and I want to be able to move equipment in and out of here to raise stuff, and to be able to get up to proper elevations, which will all be more clear as time goes on. So I need spaces to put all those materials. So that's what I'm concentrating on now, and we'll see how well I get this done. Bit by bit. Maybe I will go get Elon. I just have to be careful. I don't want to rip any of the conduit out. I have to try to remember where all my outlets are out here and all. But yeah, pretty happy with how everything's worked out so far. As usual, I don't know how things are going to go yet today. Oh, today Aaron, our public adjuster, is coming, and our he's also bringing his counterpart who represents the insurance company, the adjuster, and that's for the building here, because there's such a discrepancy between what the public adjuster says it's going to cost, which seems pretty reasonable. It costs me to build it with copper and stainless steel the way that we built all these buildings. It's expensive, and I'm not sure the first adjuster had a clue about it. I explained it to him when he was here, and I recorded it. So anyways, enough of me blabbering on. I'm going to go ahead. I'll probably give John a call, get him a heads up so that I can get the loads at different times, and then decide which approach I'm going to take to tackle this. So good luck. It's going to get noisy here again. I love listening to the birds and the frogs. Oh well. Okay, I decided I'm going to take Elon up, and we'll see if I can tease out some of that sod around the margins up there. Gonna have to smooth things out, level things out back here eventually. Oh
well. My buddy's got a bumper truck. It's his life's bloodline, hauling for his business, but it's breaking all the time. Another trip to the shop, another bill to pay. What happened to the good old days when things were built to stay? Another friend's got a record towing cars each day. Brand new rigs, not a year old, just crumbling away. Engine stall parts failed, it's a sad, sorry sight. Where's the pride and craftsmanship that used to burn so bright? What happened to the good old days when quality was king? When engineers built dreams to last, made sturdy, solid things. We're living in exciting times, but something's gone astray. America, let's work hard and do better. Bring back the good old days. It used to be a company would stand behind their name. Built to last, built with heart, not chasing fleeting fame. Now it's planned obsolescence just to keep the cash flow, selling us a promise that breaks before we know. My friend's truck's in the garage, his patience wearing thin. building shiny new machines that can't even begin. Where's the soul in engineering? Where's the will to make it right? We're living in a modern world, but losing what felt right. What happened to the good old days when quality was king? When engineers built dreams to last, made sturdy, solid things. We're living in exciting times, but something's gone astray. America, let's work hard and do better. Bring back the good old days. It ain't just trucks and cars, it's the spirit that's been lost. Cut corners, rush the job, and we're the ones who pay the cost. But I believe we can rebuild with sweat and honest pride. Craft the best like we used to with our hearts open wide. These are amazing times with tech that blows a mind, but progress ain't worth much if we leave quality behind. Let's roll up our sleeves, put our hands to the grind, build it strong, build it true, like the days left behind. For the pumper trucks that rumble, for the wreckers on the road, for the workers who keep pushing under heavy load. Let's bring back that old school fire, make it better than before. America, let's stand tall and build to last once more. What happened to the good old days when quality was king? When engineers built dreams to last, made sturdy, solid things. We're living in exciting times, but something's gone astray. America, let's work hard and do better. Bring back the good old days. So here's to craftsmanship, to the pride we used to know, to building things that stand the test through sun and rain and snow. Let's work hard, do it right. Let's turn the tide today. Bring back the heart, the soul, the good old days. Woke up to a hot one, muggy in the air, sun beating down, but I ain't gotta care. Meetings went smooth, got my plans in a row, then out to the workshop where my heart loves to go. Grabbed my shovel, dug out grass in the weeds, making room for the gravel for the build that I need, keeping materials pristine off the ground, safe and sound. Today's been a good one, feeling joy all around. It's a good day, smiling wide, feeling free, hot and muggy, but it's where I wanna be. Granddaughter's picking fruit in the garden, sweet embrace. Family and nature put a big old smile on my face. Out by the old shop where the memories grow, sweat on my brow but my spirit's aglow, clearing the way for the gravel to lay, building dreams for tomorrow, living full for today. Then I see her, my granddaughter, so sweet, picking berries in the food forest, answer nature's call, God's natural food in her hands, in her grin. It's the simple kind of moments that make my heart sing. It's a good day, smiling wide, feeling free, hot and muggy, but it's where I wanna be. Granddaughter's picking fruit in the garden, sweet embrace. Family and nature put a big old smile on my face. Every weed I pull, every task I complete feels like a victory, makes a day feel sweet. But nothing compares to the love that I see, my family in the garden, that's a treasure to me. The heat don't bother me, though it's sticky and thick, 'cause my heart's full of fire, my soul's doing flips, from the meetings to the work to the laughter nearby. I'm living in the moment neath this big summer sky. My granddaughter's grins as she munches her prize. Fruit fresh from the earth sparkles bright in her eyes. It's God's own creation shared with family so dear. Today's been a good one and I'm holding it near. It's a good day, smiling wide, feeling free. Hot and muggy, but it's where I wanna be. Granddaughter's picking fruit in the garden's sweet embrace. Family and nature put a big old smile on my face. So here's to the good days where the heart finds its place, in the sweat and the love and a young woman's happy face. Out in nature with my family close by. Today's been a blessing and it's lifting me high.
Okay, so things have gone pretty well so far today. I just had lunch, which is always a good thing. And I am tuckered out. It's a pretty hot, muggy day today. One of my granddaughters, Laurie, came over and harvested some of the fruit, some blueberries, some honeyberries. Honeyberries are just about done. Blueberries will be, for the next couple of weeks. And the mulberries, or Illinois mulberries, are absolutely delicious. I think this is the first time she tasted those, and I think it's a winner for her. So she harvested a bunch of the mulberries and some of the other berries as well. And what we're doing is, since Thea's not capable of harvesting now, we'll just divide them up. And she took a lot of our cookware that we don't use anymore as well, so that's good. So what else happened today? So today is the day that Aaron, our public adjuster, had set up with Jacob, who was the very first structure independent adjuster working for the insurance company. Now he came, I think it was March 5th, and of course the snow was still high and the building was just first down and all. And we went over the building and all. And so he came again today with Aaron, our public adjuster, and the three of us walked through, looked at everything and all. So hopefully we'll get, everybody will see eye to eye and get the full insurance claim for the building itself. I hope that goes through. It always takes time for these things to happen. Aaron's gonna talk to Kelsey, who is our contents adjuster, working public adjuster. And of course she worked many hours and lots of even separating, counting the nuts and bolts and all from tons and tons of stuff. So hopefully the person who does all of the taking her dictation and pictures and compiles it into a database, hopefully that'll all work out and we can get moving on that, because it's the incident occurred on February 20th and it is now July 12th, and I don't want to take any more out of my retirement account. One of the things that happens once you're retired, you're on Medicare. And when you have an incident like this where you're spending many thousands of dollars and you're not getting insurance money to help offset that, what you're doing is you're taking money out of your IRA or 401k. And yeah, you're paying extra taxes on that, but when you're on Medicare, you have IRMA kick in. And that's income related Medicare adjustments. And I got hit by IRMA before, where it costs another $1,000 a month besides our regular insurance for Medicare. And I don't want that to happen again. That happened when I did a big Roth conversion. But something like this, so two years from now, I may be paying through the nose for having to take so much money out of our retirement account. And just be aware of this. Look up IRMA if you're getting older, getting to being retired, and you're having for some reason if there's a medical issue, or if you want to go on vacation and you've never taken vacations or whatever, yeah, there's good reasons to go and do those things. But, for doing this, because it's taking forever for the insurance company, but I had to get all the pieces of equipment fixed, and they're not all fixed yet. And who paid for that? Here. So just to be aware of it, some of those challenges in life. Okay, so this morning, what did I get accomplished besides the meetings and all? Well, I got Elon, the excavator, that's the Takushi TB290. I brought that up and started digging out the margins next to the block wall, because this is pond 4 here, and this is all double sets of block walls all out here, and this is a bioremediation, one of the stages of the bioremediation system, transforming things that are potentially toxic into inert or non-toxic basic components as well. So all the vegetative growth, the different margins in these pond systems, and I made videos about this in the past, they're all really important. But I also, when I built this system, I put in power to this pond system. So there's outlets that if I have to run aerators or circulatory pumps, there's outlets all around in here. And so that really means you got to be really careful when you're excavating around here to get all the weeds and sod out and all. So here's another one of the outlets here. They're quite frequent all the way around here, and these are all on ground fault circuit interrupters as well. And so when I built this, I designed it for longevity, being able to meet all of our needs and all. And I ended up pulling one of the trees out that was over here. I'll end up pulling more of the trees out just so we can have more of the appropriate marginal plants in here. But that's how things are. So here's another outlet there, one right there by the globosas. But I was able to dig this out. This one, when it broke the conduit here for when the building collapsed. But I always put enough slack in these systems so that things aren't going to go bad. And got this dug out all the way around here. And I'll have to call John. I didn't call him yet because sometimes he in a very short order he can bring over the gravel. But I wanted to dig out all the stuff that had to be dug out here and all, get that all set. And I'll use my little torch and devitalize some of these things. That's comfrey there, I don't want to bother that. I'll devitalize some of the root systems here. I did actually flame right around here some of the weeds, the bindweed and all that. Just want to throw a little, besides getting the root systems out, want to devitalize as much as possible. So what's next? Back on Optimus Maximus again. Optimus Maximus is the Kubota L6060. I have the loader on it. That's the machine that I use all winter long to do all the snow blowing that we do here. And we have a big snow blower attachment that goes to it, which is very fantastic. But we have the loader on it now. The snow blower's off, so we'll start moving some of this soil. I can use more of it just like I did yesterday, bring it up there. And so I'll dig up some of these piles that I've got here. Then we're ready for the gravel up in here. And I'll put gravel in first, and then later on we'll cap it with some more limestone. The gravel's less expensive. I can get it pretty quickly. The limestone, I'm still trying to get better prices for it. But it is what it is, you know. So that's what I'm going to do now. Then I'll probably, after using Optimus Maximus, the Kubota, I'll probably go ahead and get on the soil conditioner and go over this one more time. And whenever I'm exposing roots that really, man, they have lots of vitality to them. Weeds are so tenacious. So bindweed, quackgrass, Bermuda grass, so many of these weeds that are so tenacious and so tough, so resilient, desiccating them, tearing up the roots, doing all we can, because if you run a rototiller or just dig it up like I did do here, those weeds are going to start coming back up. So you got to be ready to, when the new foliage shows up, neutralize that foliage. And we don't use herbicides here. We don't like pesticides. That's one of the things both of the guys were commenting. When Aaron got here, he said, geez, there's no bugs here. And I said, that's integrated pest management. He gave him a little bit of a talk about that. And you know, and he goes to one of the golf courses in Phoenix, New York, which I worked at many, many years ago and very familiar with it. But they're using all of the insecticides there and herbicides. And that works just the opposite way that you'd want it to work, because that's when you're going to be having those pests take over. So anyways, I'm not going to go on to that, but that's one of the things they noticed, because they just came from other locations and they're getting eaten alive, but here we just don't have them. Now, if I go down and back, there's going to be deer flies. If I go way down and back, there'll be some mosquitoes as well. But up here, where we're using the hedgerows, the living fences, and the whole farmscaping and incorporating integrative pest management, it's really a pleasant thing being out. No, not on a hot, muggy day. Okay, enough jibber jabbering. Gonna get back to work.
And boy, you ought to go out your right now. Sometimes the road is jagged, torn and steep. Shadows fall where the brave ones dare to creep. The weight of choices cuts like a knife, but you keep moving for the truth in life. It burns, it stings, the flames rise high, but through the dark you learn to fly. Gotta walk through hell to do what's right. Face the fire, step into the fight. No, it won't be easy, tears will fall, but great days wait beyond it all. Through the ashes you'll still shine, walking through hell to claim what's mine. The heart gets heavy, the nights grow long. Doubts will whisper that you don't belong. But every scar is a story you tell of how you fought and rose through hell. It hurts, it breaks, but you stand tall. The righteous path will catch your fall. Gotta walk through hell to do what's right. Face the fire, step into the fight. No, it won't be easy, tears will fall, but great days wait beyond it all. Through the ashes you'll still shine, walking through hell to claim what's mine. There's a light that burns where the shadows fade, a hope that grows from the price you paid. Every step through the furnace makes you strong. The dawn will break, you'll carry on. Gotta walk through hell to do what's right. Face the fire, step into the fight. No, it won't be easy, tears will fall, but great days wait beyond it all. Through the ashes you'll still shine, walking through hell to claim what's mine. So take the heat, let the embers glow. The hardest roads teach your soul to grow. No, it won't be easy, but you'll see great days are born from eternity. I say take care, like it's carved in stone, to every friend, every call on the phone. But I've danced on cliffs, chased the storm, always felt alive where it wasn't warm. Jumped into fires that others avoid, took the hard road, never been coy. Take care, be safe, my everyday prayer. Though I've walked tight ropes through open air, risk and grit built the man I became. But I still mean every word when I say your name. So take care, be safe, while I chase the flame. Living full throttle's just always been my way. I've run with bulls, I build with my hands, raised barns and bridges, crossed broken lands. I've weathered storms that could have broken me. Still I tell others, stay out of the sea. Maybe it's love in disguise, while I stare challenge in the eyes. Take care, be safe. Yeah, I've always said, even when my own path was danger fed, I ride through the chaos, never tame, but I still mean it when I whisper your name. Take care, be safe. It's no cliche, it's just how I love, in my reckless way. Maybe I burn so others can breathe, cut through the thorns so they don't bleed. My scars are stories, my smile a shield, but I want their peace more than I'll ever yield. Take care, be safe, on that I won't bend, even if I don't always follow the trend. I live wide open, I run toward the flame, but love means wanting you safe just the same. So take care, be safe, and if you live like me, make sure your risks set your spirit free.
Well, I just got off Optimus Maximus. I got the piles of the sod and topsoil that still contain nails and all from the building. I got it pulled away from the block wall there with Elon beforehand, pulled the stuff up into some piles. Pretty happy. Got that out, got it distributed into some locations that actually need some more soil. I'm glad it is, you know, it's a hot day today and muggy, so it's not pleasant to be working in. Fortunately, Optimus has air conditioning, so that was real nice. But, you know, all of the roots to some of these plants that are in here are just tenacious roots. So letting them dry right out some is an advantage and all. So, and I may end up using the torch to hit any other stuff that's exposed. But I got it, the soil put into other locations that actually need the soil. It's my little fork that I use. I call it a potato fork. 4-prong, right angle one. It's really good for some weeding and all. But it grabs hold of the tine, grabs hold of the weeds and all, and does a really good job. And I did go through earlier. Now I had trimmed all this a week or so ago with the hedger, because the stuff was right up here 3-4 foot above the block wall here, and it had dried out some, so I went through with the torch and burnt some of that and all. But I got this area cleaned out some. Pretty happy with that. I've got to pull some trees. I may end up start doing some of that tomorrow. We'll see how everything works out. Because I haven't kept up on this pond. The marginal zone is so important for all of the bioremediation, but these trees just get so big so quick, and now's the time to get it out of here before I get gravel in here and stone in here. And I didn't continue around over here yet, but I got the soil moved. And I did give a holler to John Gilbert Excavating. He's the one who brought me the gravel from down and back, some of the bank run gravel. And that's, I think I'm going to need 2 loads here to fill in all of these voids in here, and to give me enough of an elevation that I'll be able to set pallets down and get the lumber on there. Eventually, I'm going to want to do it all limestone in here as well. But yeah, so I talked to John. As I mentioned, he's got a pumper service as well that takes care of people's septic systems, the municipal systems, pumping out different drain systems and all, or reservoirs. And you know, he's got a pumper truck that's only 10 years old, and he listed off a bunch of problems with it and all. His air tanks, and of course these have air brakes and all, and his air is leaking. He's had oil tanks be problems, a lot of electronic or you know, check engine issues and all. You know, I get frustrated when I think about the quality of manufacturing that's done this day and age, and the materials that are being used that are, you know, that, you know, the manufacturers know that these materials, these parts are going to need to be replaced. And I just find it so frustrating that that's even acceptable. I think I mentioned in a previous video, I met a gentleman who was, when he was checking out the Cybertruck, he wanted to check it out. So Thea said, okay, I'll take you over to my husband's out there in the parking lot. And so he came over and we talked about the Cybertruck for a while. But his whole business is towing vehicles, trucks mainly. He does tow cars as well, but he's got a big wrecker that tows trucks and all. And I told this story before, but he was telling me about all of, they can be brand new, even Toyotas, GMs, Fords. So many of them are having problems nowadays that they're still under warranty. He's towing these you know, regularly to the dealerships because they're still under warranty. And then when they run out of warranty, well, he's still towing them and all. And you know, it wasn't like this years ago. And of course, it was much easier to fix things, and the metal held up better. You know, I'm all for recycling, but some of the recycling that's being done, the quality of the metal that's being used in manufacturing, well, if it's going to rust up here in snow country where we have salt on the roads, you need to take that into account when you're you know, when you're manufacturing these parts. And it's beyond me that they aren't aware of this. The engineers aren't idiots. So who's making the decisions? Are the engineers just backing off and saying, okay, and saying yes to whatever the, you know, the, I'll call them pencil pushers are doing? I don't know. It just drives me nuts. You know, you know, running a business like John has to do, you need to have your equipment safe and reliable. When it's not sitting because there's something wrong with it, you know, once in a while, yes, but as a regular thing, it's unacceptable. You know, and it just hurts us here in the long run. We lose confidence in these things. And that's one of the reasons why I went to Tesla. I mean, number one, they're the safest vehicles in the world. They're the most manufactured in the United States. I know a lot of people think some of the legacy Ford, GM and all have vehicles that are well known for being, maybe some of them are being, the final assembly is being done here in the States. But they really aren't using excellent materials. They you know, it's, and I don't want to go off too much on this, but you know, that's the reason that we bought the vehicles that we did buy. That's the reason why I buy the Kubotas and all. I'm always trying to look for good quality, good craftsmanship, good engineering, good design, and you know, things are going to happen when you're using pieces of equipment. But as a business person and you're relying on the equipment, well, it's essential that it performs as it was claimed to be able to perform. And I'm going to get off my soapbox now. So anyways, today was a pretty good day for being hot and muggy. Got some more work done around here. John probably can come over Monday and drop off a couple loads, and I'll go ahead and scoop it, the gravel, into the areas where we want it. I really don't want to disrupt the compacted limestone. That area there is doing pretty well. I'll go ahead and flame weed some of the grasses that are growing up in there now. And real happy that the adjusters were able to get together today and go through the building. Fingers crossed things start happening with the insurance. and we get some money to reimburse us here, and so that I can get the building up. And I really hope that the contents, that whole thing, and the equipment, we can get the ball rolling on those things as well. So I need to get reimbursed for all the equipment, the repairs, and the replacement, that sort of thing. And I hope to God that I can get a loaner if they say they want to repair the Avant 860i, the green machine. I hope I can get a loaner when they're out getting that repaired and all. Okay, that's enough of my wish list, my complaining and all. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with my jibber jabber here and all. I appreciate that as well. And I appreciate your comments, your suggestions, and your thumbs up. I hope you folks stay safe, take care, stay cool, and enjoy life. Bye-bye now.